Hey man, what's up? Yeah, so here it is. This is the EOS chart. I've been waiting forever. So I generally, I gravitate more to demand and supply, even though lately I haven't been using it much, but I use it mostly on high time frames. I use it in low time frames if I'm scalping, mostly only if I'm scalping. Again, I'm better at high time frames. I see things a little bit better. So basically, here it is, man. So basically, when it was right here on a lower time frame, it was a head and shoulder, and some couple of large CT accounts, man, they were shilling this like crazy, and the way they were shilling the coin, to me, it said that something was up. And basically, I told everyone they're trying to dump on their guys. So I either got lucky and called this. I think I called it around here, and I said it's going to go up and retrace and dump down, which is basically, this is the drawing that I did. And this was what I saw. They was shilling it crazy, man. So I actually noticed an inverted hammer here on high time frames, and on another chart that I got, and I completely disregarded. I have another chart that's strictly on demand and supply. Let me show it to you. So I actually had called it, and the problem here is that, you know, I was relatively new to charting, so I was sticking mostly to just you know, candlesticks and supply and demand, but I guess on the basic level. But now, you know, demand and supply is a little different, a little more complex than what people make it out to be. So this is my chart. So this is the level that I felt it had to claim. Basically, it had to claim 4.5 to go back up to this all-time high. I really thought it was going to hit $8. I thought it was going to come down, consolidate, claim this, and go up to $8. I really thought that was going to happen. So it was around here on the lower time frame. I don't even think that this is the right chart that I did at that time. So basically, on the low time frame, it was a hammer candle. It was something that I noticed, and this was not the chart that I used at that time. When I find it, I'll show it to you, but that's something that I noticed on the lower time frame. Let me see if I see it over here. So I have multiple charts, man, and then from there I use compare and contrast to try to invalidate my bias. Alright, I can't remember which chart it was, but it definitely was one of these charts. Oh, I know which one it was now. It was the BTC parent chart. So it was EOS BTC chart. Boom, here it is. So this is the one, man. So basically, you know, everyone says either concentrate on BTC pairing or USD pairing. So this is all based on demand and supply here. This is strictly demand and supply. All right, that's all it is. So I think it was around this level. Look, it ultimately hit my level. This was the level that I was waiting for. Eventually, I thought these levels were going to hit. I think now it's going to go to the bottom of this zone here and possibly wick down here, depending how bad it gets, to be honest with you. So we were somewhere around here, and I saw a hammer candle being formed, and I'm like, this looks super bullish. What was it here? Oh, man, I can't remember. Oh, right here. Here it is. So was it here? Yeah, it was somewhere around here. Here it is, right here. So basically, this is what I saw. You see this here? This was a hammer candle here, and it happened to occur right at this demand zone. So it went up, it came down from here, took off, it came down, it bounced up. So then I figured along that zone it would happen again. It did the same thing. Now I wasn't too confident on it because it already had touched one time, two times. Now something I'm learning is that you can also have multiple touches for nice bounces. And this could have been a descending triangle, as you want to call it. You have a rounded retest, and you have a rounded retest to come back and retest the origin of this bounce or that bounce. And then at that point, you do expect a bounce. And when it bounced here, I thought that was it. It's going to go down. But it actually bounced higher. I'm going a little off track, but just to show you that. So now let's go back to the USD parent, which is the one that I'm interested on it and you're interested on it. That was the head and shoulder. It came down. And everyone thought that once it came down and moved sideways, I thought here I missed my long-term play. I really thought this critical zone was going to be claimed. Again, this is a critical zone. Once this zone here is claimed again in the near future, it's going up to $20. It's going up to these highs and surpass it, in my opinion. Unless it's a scam. I'll tell you this, it goes down to 80 cents, man. I'm buying like crazy. I believe EOS is going to get pumped. So these levels, see these levels afterwards, after analyzing this, these were kind of obvious afterwards. Okay, so these are demand levels, support, supply level. You can say supply in the past, support now, becomes demand now. It was demand here, demand, you know what I mean? You can look at it from those perspective. Now, the zone that I was looking at now was between 136 and 118. I thought that was basically what was going to happen here. Come down here, and from here, make this run up here. But it didn't. It regained this level quickly. Once it regained this level quickly, it is confirmation that's going to go higher. So basically, from April 12th all the way up to July, it just consolidated back and forth, eventually pumped here, which was so disappointing. Now, the fact that this occurred tells me it's going to have a longer sell-off. So something similar to this. Okay, when it came here, something similar to this is going to have a larger sell-off. And that's basically what happened in the BTC pairing too. So basically on the BTC pairing, there was some folks in CT shilling in like crazy, man. I'm like, nah, this thing looks, I'm not liking it because it's approaching major resistance. You see this here? This is major resistance. I bought around here and I sold here. I mean, if it goes higher, it goes higher. But I think this is major resistance. This is something key that I've noticed. This is not something that I'm discovering now. I'm inventing it. No. One thing I've noticed, when anything gets rejected from the 0.23 fib and does not maintain above this fib level that Nosa told us about, that he got it from Steezy. He says Steezy said these are the bots fibs where they buy from. If anything gets rejected from there and it maintains above 1.4 and closes above 1.4 and grind it back up, this thing is good to go. On a high time frame, anything that closes above 0.23, consolidates and starts moving up higher is good to play for long. So basically, when I saw this happen, I mean, it's going to get rejected. Now, I thought this level was going to hold, consolidate, retouch the origin of this breakout, and go higher. Never happened. So this, to me, you see this here? This, to me, if we're talking about being bearish, looks like this. This to me looks EOS. This to me looks like the EOS USD pair right now. Unless it's me, it looks like what's going on here. Okay, which is consolidation. Basically a swing failure, or a deviation, however you want to call it, and we're gonna have a sell-off all the way down. And I believe $1 and my ultimate targets were always around here, between $1 and these levels. I'm being honest; those were always my targets. You can go on Twitter and look at my account. Look, you see this note here? I've had this note for a long time. So I believe if we're talking a bear scenario, we're talking about this being a huge deviation and a continuation, or consolidates, it gets bought up. If this level is reclaimed from a bounce here, that tells me this is going to go all the way up to $8. This level is critical. If it consolidates here and then it reclaims this level quickly, or reclaims it, take it to the bank that it's going long. Basically, that's a long to $8. So I hope you understand what I was trying to show you. So basically, this is what's happening now. It did this, USD pair did this. It did a big ass swing failure. Look, almost similar price structure. Then it had a sell off. We're talking about what, another 30%, 20%? I don't know what percentage is that. Probably 30, 40. I don't know. 30%. And I do believe the USD pairs, man, they might bleed a little bit more now, especially depending what BTC do. But dude, I'm telling you, man, this shit plays out the way I think, man. This shit is gonna wreck a lot of people, and basically everyone's gonna be shocked. I'll tell you that right now. They're gonna be shocked. It's like when people got wrecked a couple of weeks ago or months ago. Look at it. 40. I think it'll come back down to these lows. And I didn't buy, man. I had no buys here, man. I literally thought this was the bottom, and I thought I fucked up. I had no buys there, which is basically $1.40. I believe it's gonna come back. It's gonna come between this zone and possibly wick to $1. All right, and 80 cents, 50 cents is if BTC shits the bed to 5,000, between 3,000 and 5,000. That's basically